I'm going to be explaining Earth's history with the Kathara Grid. So about 250 billion years ago, in Stargate 11, there was a little bit of havoc going on. An entity, Metatron, decided that he wanted to take over this entire matrix. Metatron is not just one entity though. One entity is like many entities. So they decided as a collective they wanted to do it. But some of them really didn't want to be a part of this, but some of them are. We also have the Anunnakis and the Draconians in here with us, which is also like the reptilian species. And believe it or not, like even though people make the reptilian species to be bad, a lot of them actually didn't want anything to do with this takeover that Stargate 11 entity Metatron was up to. So founders above, so out of once you go from Stargate 11 into Stargate 12 takes you right out of here. So what founders decided to do that were outside of 12 was to sever the connection, because they didn't want that, since they started to take over this entire matrix, they didn't want that, like a virus in a sense, to spread to other matrices. But these guys were really smart. They started to create wormholes to connect it to a phantom matrix and all kinds of other nonsense. So it was a lot to deal with for founders above. They didn't want to destroy the entire matrix though, because there's a lot of innocent beings in here, including us. We're in Stargate 3. We were created off of a lot of different DNA. Some of us have reptilian DNA, some of us have human DNA, some of us have Anunnaki DNA, some of us have all kinds of DNA. So diversification was always been around, even before now. We see each other's skin colors and we think this is super diverse. No. Like if we're out there, that is super diverse. It's just all about unity in the end of the day. So when these guys decided to take over this entire matrix system and create a bunch of havoc, founders decided they were going to start sending in beings that volunteered parts of themselves to come in here to help everything come back to normal, to help this be unreversed again and back to its original Christ blueprint. There's a lot more that comes into play, but for now we're going to keep it simple as possible. And that's where you come into play. It's so important for you to find yourself and find your connection with who we truly are and what we are here for, and to remind yourself who you are and why you are here. These guys created a huge distortion in all of us. So every time anybody's incarnated into here, we forget who we are, and it's like we're back to square one and we have to remember all over again. I know it sounds like a crazy move. You're literally living in one. Don't fear the process. Just understand that you as a being, the more you grow, the more you evolve yourself, the more love and light you let into your life, and find balance in everything. And it's not about good and evil. Really, it's not. It's about just being the best you so you can ascend. And being the best you can be shown in many different ways. Just know here in Stargate 3, we have a chance to turn this completely around and help this entire matrix system get back to where it needs to be. We're almost there. So Metatron starts his takeover of this entire matrix, and we're right here in Stargate 3. Metatron was up here in Stargate 11. And this is not an entire representation of the universe. This is just a representation of our planetary system, galaxy, in a sense, this with Earth right here. We ascend up to get out through 12. So when Metatron did his takeover of our entire matrix, the founders, instead of destroying everything, they decided like they're gonna let this play out and see if us, the beings here stuck in this matrix, can help fix everything, unreverse everything that Metatron started. So that's why there's a lot of distortion. A lot of distortion on Earth, a lot of distortion with information, a lot of things that don't make sense with history, so on and so forth. This is something that happened about 250 billion years ago, and it's still like an Earth drama that's happening to this day, and it's getting much better. There's a lot of hope, but it's still up to us to remember who we truly are and claim our power back, so this entire matrix can be back to the way it was and remove the distortion. Some of this information may resonate with people, and if it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. Like, it's not a big deal, but this is maybe open your mind to different versions of Earth's history, because we're really something amazing. Our history is so much larger than you could ever imagine. If this resonates with you, you can keep looking up information. A Kathara Grid, Ashayana Deane, she does great information. Bashar, Lisa Holt. Those are just a few of some amazing individuals on this planet that are helping remind us of who we are, because there's so much history to you. And it's super worth learning it, I swear. It feels crazy at first, but it's worth it. The point is to be the best you. Honestly, it really is. That really, really does help. Of course, we're not perfect, but we're learning. We're just keep learning and keep growing and keep evolving. It really makes a difference for your life, for your patterns, for your ascension, and for your experience here on Earth, because you are here to experience.